live! Yo, 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 yo. What is up, everybody? How are we feeling today? Hope everyone have a wonderful and fantastic day today. Yum. For me, my day is just the usual. Nothing really happened. The classic. So yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. We are back with some more Atelier Resleriana. And today we will try to finish all the shop related stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Yo, Exile, you're so early. How you doing? How you doing? So yeah, the plan for today was to finish Atelier Resleriana's shop system. Or what we can do currently. I don't know, man. My talking skill today wasn't really on point for some reason. Apologies for that. I can't speak. And we just started the stream too. My lord, how are you today? Clearly I can't speak. But other than that, yeah, just fine. Nothing happened really today, so just another day essentially. So yeah, thank you for asking. How you doing? How you doing? But the good thing about this is that we learned yesterday how to set the color we are looking for. So no more those of RNG. Now I finally understood how the final color is being determined, which is solid. That's a big help when it comes to crafting and stuff. So yeah. So now every time there is any craft that I need like certain color and stuff, I could just like, okay, well, easy. Before I was like, okay, just keep crafting, and I just have no idea. I thought it was RNG, but it's absolutely not the case. But yeah. Okay, I think we are good to go. So, no more dilly-dallying, because we are gonna be busy today. So, transition. We are going to be busy. So let's get into it, shall we? Alright, first thing first, let's check what kind of things we need to sell currently. I do have that Victor's Charm. But the question is, do I want to sell this? I kinda don't want to, because it boosts SP. And we do need a lot of SP. So I cannot duplicate it either, so that's another thing. So I have to... Well, let me just shut up then. Let me just shut up. I'm fairly certain the first time I tried to do this, it did not work. Okay, so I guess in a way, all of this list over here is following what kind of things we already have. Maybe. There's Training Charm over there, there's Boots over here. Yeah, so in that case, I could just do that. Bruh. Bruh, it takes us this long. But yeah, Grid Gift is the one that I don't have currently. Like when you suddenly get better trades at earlier gathering spots in Sophie or Ryza because story progress, I thought, man, I guess I was unlucky. But yeah, yesterday I figured it out finally. I was like really testing things around. So I was like, how is this work? How is this like color being set up? But then I was like slowly putting the materials and paying attention to the colors and everything. So it's like the moment I link it, it changes the color into the linked material. So I was like, oh, so that's how it works. Okay, let me just sell, excuse me, thank you, sell that, sell that, sell that, that. I don't know how much this is this worth, but yeah, might as well just do that. Did I duplicate the golden thread? I do still have some. Do I still have some? Or that is the last one. If that's the last one, then I need to save one at the very least. Okay, I still have 2. Okay. 5 is good. And then what else do I need to sell here? Catastrophe. So this thing is definitely need more because it takes forever to sell one. Oh Jesus, that's that. That is way too much actually. But okay, we'll see. But like I said, this thing takes forever to fill up to 50 for some reason. Not sure how it actually works, but yeah. Might as well just fill it up. Done. Okay, let's sell. How's your stamina? Fine. 100k. 100k coal. Big money. Okay, 200. Nice. Sweet. Okay, fancy floor. So decoration 3%. Residential product. Okay. So let me double check stuff. Merchant, manufacturer, farming, residential, nature, merchant. There you go. So manufacturer, farming, residential, nature, merchant. Sweet. So all of them is increased by 7% now. So the floor, I'll just go with the design. Whichever design I like. Ooh, fancy indeed. I kinda like that. The floor, I think this should look better. Nah, not quite. Nah. Kinda. Yeah, natural floor. I think that's kind of fit better. Anyway. Let's see. I still need to sell a bit more Victor's Charm, and then I need to start duplicating the alchemy filter. Now that I still have some, so this should be fine. Let's go 8. There you are. Yeah, I swear that before it was it's not working, you know. Okay, for this I could make a connection here, like so, like so, like so. I do still need to add more, like the alchemy filter. I mean, you know what? Let's just fill all of this, because I don't know how much one of these will give me. Okay, I think those should be okay. And then I'll just sell this extra 3 over there. And then let's double check again. Medicine 4. Okay. Filter categories. Medicinal or medicine? Medicine. Item level. I think that should be okay, but I'll just add one more. Why not? Let's do that. Because that will done, and then animal material 4. There you go. Item level. Okay, that connects. I need to add one more. Okay, and then I need to go back to medicine. No. No, it's medicine, not medicinal. There we go. Actually, I could go with this so that I can get a link. And I still have one more, so gold axe. Okay, let me duplicate that first. Do I still have it? Okay. Let's go to Atelier. Let's make that golden axe. No, 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 no. Okay, and then I'll duplicate that 10 times, and that's it. Back to Halfane. On my way to ruin the fantasy ecosystem by giving fairies androids smart tablets. Where is my golden axe? Thank you. 32k only. It's fine. We should finish a lot of stuff. Okay. I still need more alchemy filter and then cold axe and then super powder. Okie Okay, the color is exactly the same, so it doesn't matter. Just okay, let me just sell 9 of these. Right, and then over here we... Since when did I level up? Since when did I level up? Infantry staff slot +1, casual wall. When the heck did that happen? So now my fairy slot should increase by... Or is it from the settings? No, there is what? What's that mean? Oh, it's 27, bruh. There you go. I see. Add fancy floor. I did not even realize that. Okay, well. Okay, this thing is expensive. Okay, and then over here we sell the cold axe. Okay, and then what else after that? Lumber 4. Okay. And then filter lumber. There you are. Can't be bothered to check if I can connect or not. And then there is a spirit tears or something, right? It's the blue. This one, yes, spirit tears. Okay, incoming. All right. Just fill it up with all of these. Okay, only 49, 46k, not 49. So 99 is the maximum level, okay. Only super powder and lumber that's finished. Yikes. So I still need one more alchemy filter and then cold axe. I'll just duplicate like 5, and then spirit tears as well 5, and alchemy filter I think we should be okay. Let's just get 2 more just in case, but I think I'm just gonna sell 3. 3 should be more than enough. Like so, and then nothing can be connected, so it's whatever. Do I still have one golden axe just in case if I need to duplicate it again? I still have plenty. Okay, 6 then. Then over here we do all the spirit tears. And then ancient scroll. Okay, I need to duplicate that. I don't know how much do I need. I'll just go with 5 because we do already have some already laying around, so I don't need to add more. Okay, one more. That should do it, maybe. Then ingots 4, that's easy. Item level. 1, 2, 3, 4. What else do we have? Gases 4, and then polish. Where's the gas? Did I miss it? There you are. I'm fairly certain I do still have polish. Okay, I need to duplicate that then. Because I think I only have one. Oh, I still have 3. Okay, so let's get the 5. Because I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. And I don't want to have too many of them too. $38K. 7. Right. I still need more ancient scroll. So I need 18. Yeah, I need 18. And then full polish. And then angel ribbon. And training charm. So I need ancient scroll. How much polish do I have? 4, 7. Add 3 more. Where is the ancient scroll? There you are. 2, 17. Okay, for here too. Where's the other one? There you are. And then full polish over here. Is that all? No, I still have more, yeah. Still have more. Okay, and then I think Angel Ribbon, right? Yes. The safe one. I don't know how much I'm going to need this, but I figure might as well. Just sell 9 of them because, well, it's a pretty decent price-wise. Okay. Sell it. Only 19, yeah. I need more. Okay, those 2 are done. Another 18 Angel Ribbon. Then Training Charm. 18 Angel Ribbon. And then Training Charm. I'm guessing it's going to be the same, so it's another... it's... So, -2, 16. Like so. Exploration. No, not entry number. Orders received. I could connect all of these then. At least we increase it by a bit by connecting them. There you go. And then okay. Entry number. How is that not correct. Did I miscount it somehow? Crazy. Or maybe I was correct, but no. 9's times 4, 18 plus 18, yeah. Or I cannot do math, am I? I'm so confused right now. Like 9 times 4, 32. And I duplicate 2 items to 18, both of them. So this should be 36. I should have some extras. But somehow I don't. Anyway. Maybe my... I don't know. I don't know, whatever. Okay, that's done. Stamina is running low. Dragon material 4. Okay. Filter categories. What was it? Dragon material. Item level. Can I connect something? Yes, I can. And then one more. Done. And what else? Golden sickle. Okay. 50. Let's try 9 first for now. And see how that goes. Don't tell me I don't have it. For some reason I don't have it. Okay, well, let's craft it. Get a little bit more SP as well. Because each crafting I do, I get SP. So. I could just morph it actually. I don't have to craft it. But I think crafting it might be a bit better. Just in case we need it in the future or something like that. Who knows? Alright, so now I just need to replicate that. I'd say 9 times. It's okay. And I will try, I'll sell all of them. Because again, I don't know how much one will fill. The progress, how much it will increase. So that's 5. I think that should be okay. I don't think I need more. Maybe I do need more, but yeah, if I do need more, I'll just duplicate it again, so no problem. Im's Mischief. Okay, 50. I still have some. Yeah. Just go 11. Okay, I think that should be enough. Im's Mischief as well. Next, weapons. 4. Okay, I do have some. I don't think I need to duplicate anything here, because I don't really use them anyway. So it's better to get rid of it. I can connect some here. Let's do that. Yeah, that's fine. 128,000 profit. Traveler shoes. Okay, now here's the one. Byung. Replicate. 11. Then don't forget to equip it. We don't want to lose this yet. Okay, and then we just fill it up with order receive. Oh Jesus. So I can connect these. Yeah. That do the trick. I need to sell one more weapon. There you go. Sweet. Does the profit go down? Hmm? I don't know why in my head it was 258,000, or is it 158,000? I don't know, man. Okay. Decoration, fancy floor. Oh, yeesh, nope. Okay, golden sickle, just a bit more, just 3, it's enough. And then green neutralizer. So get 3. Green neutralizer. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 4. One more actually. Okay. I can still sell some stuff. Those are the only green neutralizer, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's sell 3 more, like so. Stretchy bands. Okay. Let me get rid of this too. I missed it. There you are. Okay. That's all. Stone 4. Okay. Category stone. Nice. We connect. Okay, that should do it. Let's see. Another traveler shoes. Do I still have some? I think I need to duplicate more. Yeah, I need to duplicate more here. There's no way that's going to be enough. I still have one. Like so. 77,000. Okie dokie. Traveler shoes, gemstone uni. I think this should be enough traveler shoes. Filter category gemstone. What? Right on top of it. Bruh, just flip this. Uni. Filter category uni. Sort item level. I have a better idea for this. There. That should fix the issue. so I can just easily connect it anywhere. Okay, so for this I have to put it there. See? That's it. And I think that's about it. Only Great Gift is the one that I don't have currently. Yeah, just only the Great Gift. Is there any way to check it? Because there's no thing, there's nothing saying I can check this. Okay, but you know what? Save. We haven't saved manually. We do have autosave, but that's almost 1 hour progress without saving. Dangerous. You know? Oh, ho, ho, ho. A new shop. What do you have that I don't have? Steam Uni. Ah! Well, well, well. Okay, might as well. Don't mind if I do. So now we should be able to unlock more crafting. But let me... I don't think... Well, I mean, there's this. Let me just do this as well. Yeah, and this is also really nice because it requires you a lot of materials as well. So it's not only like specific materials you need, but also on top of that, like 99 spices and those kind of thing. It really helps clean up your inventory by a lot. So yeah, you just keep gathering, keep fighting enemies. Doesn't matter, just keep stocking, hoarding those materials. It will get used eventually. So yeah, really nice. Anyway, there you are. So probably just one actually. I'm not sure. We'll see. Is it only... There you are. I need to buy more. So it's on the first... No, the second one also works. Yeah, the second one also works, so never mind. Just go with this and we should be... No, the second one is Uni. No, yeah, so I need to buy more. Sadly, Central Square. Until I get a purple one. Kinda hard to tell what I got. Just sort order received should be right in the bottom. Purple. Purple, right? Does it also randomize the traits as well? I'm guessing yes. So area bonus Yeah, it also does that. Okay, cool. Alright, alchemy well, wait. Okay, well. Now we can craft it, I guess. Not that I need it anymore. Yellow, and then no. That's the one. Alchemy filter. Sweet. Metal category. Cool. Yeah, later on when we reach like end game stuff, we have to recraft all of this so that we get the maximum level. And then trade also. So since the way this game handles looping, you still can do looping, but you do need to make like a good materials that gives the bonus. That's the difficult part, because certain material only gives bonus if you connect it with certain color. For example, what? I mean, I guess we can try this. Like this, for example. When used for ingredients for weapons linked with a blue or yellow gift color, boosts equipment attack by 7. So it's still really tricky to do so, because again, the color basically just dictates what can you do with it. So it's not as simple as Ryza, where you just dump every single quantity into ingot and boom, you got insane amount of stats at the end. It's not as simple as that. You still could do it. So you start from the first tier weapon and then you build your way to the latest one, but also still need to keep in mind that you need to put stuff like this, for example. This is gold ice, and then there's also plenty of other materials too that do similar thing. Like I think this one, yeah, this one also. So, and then there's some random materials as well. Stuff like this, for example. If you use this, but at least this one doesn't have any requirement. The moment you put it there, that's it, you got plus 6 HP, but obviously it's way too low. This one gives 16, but you do need a specific setup for it. So that's where things kind of get a bit more tricky to try to get. So yeah, I'm kinda looking forward to see how this will play out, to be honest with you. I still cannot build liquefier. Yeah, but I think we definitely have to go through the new dimensional path, the Mount Bone, so that we can unlock new materials and things like that. But anyway, I think the grind section is done for now, which is great. Halfane, Mistletoe Miscellaneous. Just to double check everything again. So the crafting section is done. This I need grid gift. I cannot craft. I don't have anything to sell for that. I'm assuming those are an item. I think it's like a debuff magic tools. Maybe I could be wrong, but I have a feeling it's going to be that. But we don't have it yet, so we'll just leave it at that. And then the same thing with this. We need to craft a lot of this stuff that we don't have any way to get it just yet until we get a new recipe, or at least new materials to unlock more recipes. So nature is the good one, or farming also. Battle drop rates by 50%. So I don't know if this is the amount that it drops or the chances for it to drop. You know, for example, when we did grind back then, we need to get a certain materials from an enemy. It's really tough, and since obviously it is RNG, I was thinking back then that this will improve the chance of the rare material to drop. It probably still be the case, but also at the same time, now I feel like after we beat an enemy, the material they drop is pretty big. Also, it's quite a lot compared to the first one before we have this unlock. So maybe it is both increasing the. I mean, like technically speaking, mechanically speaking, if you do get more drops, that in and of itself is already increasing the chance for the rare material to drop, because you get more quantity drop. You know what I mean? Rare material drop for like say 1% chance is really difficult if you only get like 3 per fight. But if you get 10 per fight, then that 1% becomes really high, you know? So yeah, I don't remember where I get that from. Yeah, this one. From nature. That's the first one we got. Boosted battle drop rate by 50%, and then with this that would be 100%. Again, I'm not sure if it is additive or 50% and then 50%. You know what I mean? Because 50% and then 50% is not exactly become 100. Because let's say you have 50. The 50% of that is 75%, and then 75%, 50% of them is like 34, 35. It is still 100% actually. But you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think that's all that is to it. There is still the Comet Emperor that I need to find for this quest. But yeah, it's kind of hard because it's not showing anywhere. Or might be a good idea to start recraft some of our stuff here, some of our equipment. Do I want to do that? I don't know. At this point, I have to recraft all of this thing first and foremost. I need to recraft all of this so that it gets to level 60, which is not doable. Maybe only a certain material, certain items could get to that high, to 60, but yeah. Since we tried some before and it's only 40 at max, so we do need to unlock more infesting, because in the infesting there is like increasing base level stuff, which will help us tremendously to get to max level. So Trade bestowal and trade blending will not activate. Level of all talents. Ruthless right. Oh, I can even use I can even use character. I see now, I see now. So that's why there is the skill tree that gives trait. I was kind of wondering about that too. Like when I'll be able to use that. And it's apparently over here. Okay, good to know. Boost drop on defeat by 10%. During synthesis, attack speed charged though. Now this is good. Supercharge by 20. This one is by 10. Attack speed charge. Attack speed supercharge. Boost drop. Cannot transfer traits. Like, I don't know what this is. Item enhancement raises the level of all talents by 50%. I don't know what that means. Is it because of this? Yeah, it's become 148. Why does that matter? Item enhance increases stat boost provided by traits. Lower required coal and increases use for each linked gift color. Why does that matter? Because it still gives the same. It doesn't give me the speed somehow. Interesting. Okay, let me try weapon. Increase stat boost provided by traits. Yeah, somehow it doesn't not... Yeah, supercharged work. Yeah, the attack speed charge does not work somehow. Weird. Let's try it. Big. That's an upgrade. S plus. Jesus. Level 100. Ooh la la. So that's the XL. Ooh la la. See what I mean, dude? When you thought 60 is the maximum, here we are, level 100. So yeah, there is absolutely no way I will reach that in our current state. No way. We have to keep progressing through the story to unlock more areas to gather and whatnot. First, to get higher materials, higher level materials, and also finishing all the infesting so that we can get the highest base item level without any additional stuff. So it will makes it easier for us to reach level 100 here. Yikes. I mean, then again, there is still like this tool and this tools and this tools as well that we're about to open. That is here. Mount Bone Eater. But yeah. Let me save. I could also, I guess in a way, do all of this for every single one of them. Every single one of the weapons. Oh, I get it. I get it. Give me 1 second. Because the color does not connect. And that's why. Yeah. So I was pretty lucky with Rias earlier then. Can I try it again? Let's see. No. This one. This is connect. But then the supercharge does not connect. Or beastly power, attack 20. But this will become green. Attack speed charge, that's blue, so I cannot really connect it with the supercharge because it's yellow. Ha. Then this one is purple, so I need to get that. And then blue. Now I could use boost drop on the feet. Not really. Yeah. Somehow this into this is kind of like the best. Not supercharged, but at least I got 30. I got 10 extra attack. Well, I guess we are kind of trading. Minus 10 speed, plus 10 attack. But I got 3 traits. Why not? I see. So yeah, for this is a bit difficult. Beastly power, attack speed supercharge, and then attack speed charge. Okay, that works. Attack speed supercharge. No, I guess still kind of like the go-to is always this. And then boost drop on the feet. Yeah, the go-to is still kind of this setup. Get beastly power and then attack speed charge. You already have attack charge. This one is item level boost. Or what about this? How many? Only 5, okay, yeah, so it doesn't matter if I lost it, if I lose it. Still protection, beastly power, attack speed charge. Solid. Yeah. Okay, now that I understand that, boost drop on the feet, attack speed charge, or yeah, I think it's still this setup is the best. Yeah, let's go with that. HP regen M, boost HP 32 and 6%. Okay. So for this, I don't even need to do all of this again. And we also get rid of the puny one, puny trait. Losing quite a bit of attack defense, but we do gain quite a bit of HP, some attack and some speed as well, so can't really complain with that. Yeah, for this I just duplicate that and replace everything. Simple. $45, 30, 12. Like this one is also good. 35, 8% regen. It's pretty good. This mine is only 6%. And the trade is also really good here. Maybe I should just use this. Or maybe we rework Ria's one. I can even rework the Star Pearl too, huh? So this is literally can be used for anything. Not normal material, obviously. So equipment and also Star Pearls too. Interesting. This one. Yeah, it increases. Okay, so yeah, I get it now. So the increase the level of the talents is for increasing your item. If you want to push for item level, like this for instance, I got it to 10%. It might be a good idea, actually, because I don't really need. Well, if it is possible, then having another trait is obviously the best one, like this. I don't really want to lose all stats charge, though. Or I could go with this, but then AP consume. Yeah, I think this is fine. I'm losing what, 5 defense basically, and I still retain my AP consumed by 10%. And now I got HP 11% HP and 42 HP flat and 11% HP regen. So that's a solid one. Level 66. Huge. So I cannot do that. I cannot reprocess that again. Yeah. Just want to try because the tutorial also mentioned that once you did it, you could redo it, but the things that already done is going to be reset basically. You're level 60. There's level 100 here. That would be XL, so it's going to be a lot more, like maybe 20%, 15% maybe. Yeah, so I just need to duplicate this one to however much I need it. So currently I just need 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so just 4. And it's really cheap to duplicate as well, only like 1k a piece. That is insane. For item this caliber, it is insane. Yeah, we're losing a little bit of defense, so it will hurt if we got hit. Even with precision guard, it's still going to hurt. But we do get a decent amount of HP, a lot of attack, like 96 for Rose here, 26 speed. And then not to mention on top of that, we can spam more skills because we use less AP, so that's always good in my book. Dang, Rose has a way more attack. Well, yeah, Rias is obviously not going to be strong physically, but the way she's kind of like the mage, making use of items. Like if she uses an item, that's it. But for like raw physical prowess, then obviously Rose is the biggest one. That one is still... No, this one's better. Why then it says plus 60? Game! Stop being drunk, please. You're confusing me. Yeah. Well, Wilbell is... we haven't touched the skill tree yet, so $391. That is insane. I mean, her level is, yeah, it's 40. One level difference actually. She has way more attack, and not to mention she only have a tier 1 weapon too. Interesting. Boost drops on defeat, boost drops on defeat. So yeah. Now we're having too many drop rate increase on enemy after fight. So this will save us quite a bit when grinding. Yeah, for this one we cannot really use Beastly Charge because, well, it's not weapon first and foremost. I think that's all. Yeah, I could go with drop rate or just AP gain on turn also is not going to be that bad. Because we can just keep spamming skills with that, you know. And this is 2 to 3. How about the medium one? Because there's only one. 4. Okay. Also charge HP boost, defend boost. If I recraft this, then it will change the stats charge. Yeah, do I want AP or do I want boost drop rate? Or drop quantity, I guess. Can I duplicate this actually? I think so, right? The one that Rias is wearing. Yeah, in that case I'll just... Yeah, let's do that. Star Pearl of Rias. Where is she? Down here. And then we go with that. Nope. Okay, push drop and defeat again, obviously. Beastly power. Attack speed charge. There's speed boost. How much it gives? Yeah. 10 speed. Okay. So doesn't matter if I lose it. The question is, what do I want to use? Because this one is boost drop, but then over here I could do beastly power into this. So I still retain my speed boost. And I don't have the drop rate on the trait, which I think it should be okay, because this Star Pearl itself already has that effect. So maybe this is fine. I mean, again, I can just recraft it anyway. So let's just go with this. And then we duplicate this. Like, even if I don't really use it, if like, okay, I changed my mind and then I have multiple of this unused, I just sell them. It will give me way more money. See, now this is what I expect, at least. Like, it costs 5k each. That makes sense. So the Puni is only like 1k, is pretty wild. Okay, so let's see how big of a change this will be. Ooh, -5 defense, don't care. Plenty of attack and defense, speed. And a little bit of HP reduction though. Can it... Ooh, it breaks for 100 attack. Solid. Where's the other one? Fairly certain There you are, see? Fairly certain I duplicate the exact amount. Big. Speed boost, attack speed charge, beastly power. Yeah, now we are speed. Now we are fast, so that we can get our turn. At least on the first turn, we should be getting our turn quicker. So what about the armor? Let's look at the armor. Entry number, let's go with that. Yeah, the armor for the female, it's like elemental resistance. It's kind of like, you know? It's kind of like, oh no. But this on the guys here is pretty nice. Let me see actually. Yeah, this should bonus HP. Maybe I should just stick with this, huh? Maybe I should just stick with Traveler's Vest. Because this is like, yes, I never really liked it. But the only issue is if we go for the loop route, then obviously the highest tier will give me more stats. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously later on we might, after we unlock a lot more stuff, we definitely need to swap out certain equipment, because right now we just use whatever. And since again this game follows the logic of Resna 1 when it comes to like stats and whatnot, the top priority for if we want to deal damage, for the top priority on the traits is absolutely skill power, and then followed after that is crit damage, because we do have a lot of ways, a lot of means to increase crit rate. Like Raze, for example, has a self crit with Analyze, self crit buff. Rias as well, the whole party crit buff at the beginning, because she acts first for the most part, most of the time. So the moment the battle starts, she just buff it up. Everybody got the crit increases. So having stacked a lot of crit damage would be really good. And then obviously skill power is good because it increases everything. So like say in certain character they don't really... how do I check this? I think this is better. Yeah, like Slade over here, for example. His element is bold, but his skill also have a physical skill. So skill power will affect both of these. But for like Ria's case, where it's only mainly element like this, then you cannot go wrong. Yeah, it's okay to go with element skill boost, because well, all of her skill is just this, so it's just benefit her no matter what, really. And I think, let me check. Yeah, looking at all of this is literally just Resna 1 style. So having plenty of this equipped in a character also is really good. So you can just multi and then just like spam the heck out of this and then you just unleash. So you mega debuff the enemy and then you mega buff your main DPS and then just nuke the heck out of them with the one attack. That's the meta back then in Resna, and seems like this game also follows the same path, which is cool. At least it's not very foreign to me. It's like, oh, okay, this sounds familiar. Yeah, boost air skill power by 20%. So like the maximum is 20%. I guess 25% if we go to XL, right? More or less. So the 25% for like specific elemental stuff. Oh yeah, there it is. Bolt skill power 25%. Wait time. Yeah, so yeah, 25% is the maximum. Boost item power and recovery, and then there's this one last level 100. There's still more. But yeah. So I guess we could say 30% for like element specific. Maybe. And then let me see the 15% is the large one, the maximum. Okay, really nice. Do we have any skill power with us? We don't. Okay, so how about container, filter, traits? Stop time, what the heck? What this do? Reduce the target speed by 20% and boost the user speed by I see. Sun's radiance, like some of this are just new to me. Cure burns from target and raises their fire resistance by 30%. Okay, cool. And then ominous pressure. Boost attack and magic skill power by 10%. Alright, there is the magic skill and physical skill as well on top of that too. Right. Yeah, so skill power is generally better because again, you don't have to... If the character have multiple types of attack or skill, then the skill power would just benefit all of them. But if you go for specific, like say magic user, like or magic attack, like Resna or Wilbell, then their normal attack will also benefit the magic increase skill, and then element also same thing, self-explanatory. So I'm just kind of trying to find skill power 15%. Is this the maximum? That's the question. Skill charge is combining 10 plus 12. Increase AP consumption. Right. So that's the difference here. In the first Resna, it doesn't have any AP. Doesn't have any AP stuff. So it's just like 20%, 15%. I feel like there's gotta be more than this. Maybe you combine this to 12 with 15, then you get skill expert, because the skill charge, maybe skill supercharge or skill expert, then that's going to be, yeah. Anywho, yeah. So it's around 5%, give or take, difference if you go for like skill power or the element specific, because usually that's how it goes, right? If you go for element specific, obviously they will have a higher ceiling compared to like this, because this one is generally good, because like I said again, whatever skill you have in your character, it will be increased by 20%. Well, if you just only go with 30% air, then yeah. So would you consider trait evaluation is Sophie-like or Ryza-like? It's still basically the same in this game. I mean, yeah, it's still pretty much the same, but the way it works is slightly different. Because at least on Ryza, Sophie, I haven't really dabbled too deep into Sophie one, but in Ryza, you are mainly just stacking stats on top of stats. Which I would think so in this game too. But at least in Ryza, you don't really pay attention too much on crit damage, even though that is an effect or traits. I don't know. I don't remember if there's a trait for that. Maybe there is on Ryza 3 because it has super trait stuff, if I'm not mistaken. But at least on effect on equipment, they do have crit damage. So they don't really... It's like a luxury to have that, I guess. While in Resna, it's kind of like the... almost bread and butter. I'm not sure about in this game specifically. At least this is... I'm talking about my past experience in the first Resna. Skill power is always the best in slot. The go-to. Always have a skill power. And then after that, after the skill power is taken care of, that's where we kind of start to like filling the gap and then seeing the character strength. Because sometimes some characters are good having crit damage over other specific traits like physical or magical or maybe elemental. And there are certain characters that's better not having critical damage. So we usually, at least in Resna 1, we usually play around those traits a lot more. Because again, in the first Resna is more of a gacha game, so it's not a base stat increase is not really... It's still important, but it's not really the main thing. The main thing is that you stack as much skill power as you possibly can, really. As far as I remember, that's how it goes usually. So you craft multiple equipment, right? Because obviously you do have weapon, armor, to accessories. And majority of the trait is always skill power. And then crit damage kind of follows suit. Again, it depends on the character. So yeah. Trait-wise, I would say Sophie and Ryza with this game, it's still the same. It's not really that different, but the only difference is the way you focus on the trait itself. Well, in Ryza, it's pretty similar with the weapon at least, because in the weapon you do use a lot of skill power equivalent. And also when the enemy stunned. This game it does also have that trait too, but generally, and the reason why in Resna 1 we do like skill power is kinda rated the best in slot, because the battle system in that game is you want to finish the battle as soon as possible. So the less turn you take in battle, the better it is, because there's also a lot of like timed stuff, score, and the less turn you do in a battle, you'll get more score. So that's why we value raw power like this, and then just mega buff your main DPS to oblivion by using items, skill buff from your parties, and debuff the crap out of the enemies as well on top of that, like reducing defense, reducing elemental weakness and things like that. Elemental resistance, we just debuff the heck out of those. And then even sometimes they do have like increased critical damage, just like Ria's skill on this one. This one is basically one of those. My avatar is blocking. I can hide it like that. So this one is also great because the way the debuff and stuff work also is that it stays there until the enemy get attacked. So after Rias uses this, the debuff is in, the enemy will take 40% more critical damage as long as you don't hit the enemy or the enemy doesn't take any damage. This debuff will last for as long as possible. Because at least on this one, they don't really mention about turns and attack. While in Resna 1, they do mention that. There are buffs that last for one turn, and then there are buffs that last for one attack. Which basically, if it is one turn, after the turn finish, that buff is gone. But if it is one attack, that thing will last forever until you attack. So that's where stacking buff and debuff comes to play. So in this game also, I kind of pay attention to this, and I was like, okay, so it still works the same. And yeah, so after you do this, the enemy take 40% increased critical damage. Use item like these. Let me do that. Use item like what was it? Let me reset that first. Like these, for instance, because this is also reduce their defense by 25%, and obviously you can use multiple of this to stack more. So 25%, 25%, 25% or something like that. So it depends on how much item you can use per turn. At least in Resna 1, maximum 3. While this one, maybe 4 because of the interrupt things. Or maybe only maximum 3 because there is the ultimate mix, whatever it is called, at the end. So who knows? So yeah, that's just... And then this also is like one of those things where it's kinda... not sure which one is better. But I think I think resistance is better than flat defense. For reduction. I just realized that dark water has the same effect in this game as real life. What is dark water in real life? Never really heard of it. But yeah, for like reduction wise, defense, like flat defense like this is kind of like the, if you don't have a good specific resistance reduction, then this could also work. This still works just fine. But if you really want to go for like insane numbers, then obviously the physical or like specific resistance, it doesn't have to be physical or magical. Even physical and magical resistance reduction too is kind of like compared to elemental resistance. But the best thing about this is that you could stack them both. Like say you have a magical resistance debuff and then you stack it with elemental debuff. Technically that should work because, you know, magic resist and elemental resist. I actually, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about how that actually works. If physical and magical counts as a separate or counts as its own. Because, you know, we usually know defense and magic defense, while in this game they don't specifically have that, but they do have physical resistance, magical resistance, and also elemental resistance. So does elemental resist also combines together with the magic resist, or is it just they just their own, you know? Because obviously the element technically counts as magic, but I don't know. Not sure about that one. Oh, just still water that stayed on a puddle for like a week. I see. I never knew what it's. I never know that it's called that. For me, it's always a puddle of water. It doesn't matter what it is. It's puddle water. But yeah, for physical or magic resist, that's the one that I don't really know if it is its own entity or the magic resist also affecting your elemental resist as well. Since the way it looks like, I think it's just its own. But then again, there is no non or neutral element magic skill in this game. The magic usually comes from normal attack, right? From Resna and Wilbel's attack. That's as far as I know. Like this, technically, because of the icon is the magic. And for fist is the physical. But this one is a buff, so this one is also a buff, so it is magical. Photon silhouettes. Now, this is interesting because it is, I guess in a way it is kind of like a buff. Yeah, never mind. Normal attack, see? So there's technically no... If it is element, then it is element. And there's no like flat or neutral magic skill. Unless there is some skill tree for air damage, fire damage, fire and air damage. Aha! Okay, we found one. We found one. There it is, for on Wilbel. Deals magic damage to an enemy. Doesn't really specify the element, so that is. Yeah, it seems like it does. It becomes its own entity, so it's not really tied to element for magic resist. So yeah. It's called dark water because the color, of course, but you get it. Yeah, I got it. I got you. Yeah, I just never know what it has its own terms like that. I've been wondering, does Rias have back problems? She has her hand on her back in 2 idle animations plus the sharp idle animation. I never really paid attention to that. It's on the hips, so I don't think that's in the back. But let's see, Resna's skill is mainly just bolt, defense, well, yep. Bolt, fire and bolt. Fire to all enemies. Fire, bolt. Physical. Oh yeah, this is the unite attack. This magic damage on an enemy. So this is another neutral magic. Fire. Physical. I mean, what do I expect? Physical, bolt. Air. Yeah, so Rias is just straight out, just air and nothing else. Air and nothing else. Which is, building her out is going to be a bit simpler because, again, following the trait importance, I guess. The valuable. Not valuable. What's the priority? Jesus Christ. Debuffing is fun in games, but I like them to make anti-racial traits in all Atelier games. I miss my anti-puni kid. Ryza ate punis like rice. Yeah, that would be a fun one too, for like additional way to like debuff an enemy, so it doesn't always have to be stats debuff, but you know, maybe like race, like enemy types and those kind of thing, or maybe even sizes, because they do have different sizes, right, in the game. Small, medium, large, and even boss. But I guess boss should count as a large enemy. Yeah, well, this one is only small and large, but at least in Ryza you do have small, medium, and large. And then there's special, which is the boss one, basically. Oi! That's already translated. Okay, we will read those. Not now, because well, this stream is not going to go into video form. But yeah, so that's kind of nice. We kind of explore a little bit about the system, about the stats and those kind of things, because we haven't really done that quite before. When we start the game as well, so I just kind of like go, and I kind of explain certain stuff here and there. And I also know that this is obviously not going to be the same, even though it is. There are a lot of similarities, but there are certain things that is a bit different. Mainly the amount of traits. Now this is like a proper Atelier traits. They have way too much of them. I like the fact that the help section has the people who does need help in the picture. But yeah, there are way too many traits to keep track. This is the effect, and then this is all the traits. Yeah, so this is what we are used to. Seeing. In the first Resna is a lot simpler, so that's why you kinda focus on skill power, elemental, crit damage. That's usually the go-to. And that's mostly that's it. There are obviously certain exceptions, but those are kind of like specific uses in rare cases most of the time. And generally it's always that skill power. Yeah, there's this as well. 10% for an extra trait. This is insanely good. You know what I mean? Let's say you have a weapon for Rias. The effect is already give you air skill power, let's say 30% or so, and then you have this trait over here. It boosts your attack by 30, and then on top of that another 10% on your air skill power, and then you add skill charge or skill expert or whatever it's gonna be called at, you know, the highest one. It adds another like 20% or maybe even 30%, maybe 25%. Usually skill power is a bit less, slightly less than specific element. But skill power is generally good for everything, but the one that's specific like this usually has higher. So let's say 25% skill power, so that's a big amount of boost already on the air skill power. So 30 from effect, 10 from this, so that's 40, and then on top of that skill power another one, so it's like and we still have one more free trait to add, so not sure what else can we add to that. Probably like crit damage or so. I'm kind of looking around some traits here, so because we do need to kind of start learning about this so that we can kind of plan ahead and at least prepare ourselves for the upcoming crafting session, making some insane equipment. Perfectly round, so this is obviously is going to be my armor and star pearl trait, hands down. Well, in my Yumiya playthrough I put a trait chart and item effects, but I kind of became broken in late game. When I played again, I'm gonna try the added extra difficulty. Yeah, that's normal. you kind of become broken in late game. That's normal in any Atelier game, really. Nothing new here. It's expected for you to be kind of broken at the end of game. So yeah. This trait created via trait blending. This is from trait blending? No. If it is created by trait blending, then it will show you it came from what and what. Okay. Yeah. Perfectly round, obviously. Regen build. So one of these in armor and one of these in star pearl, and then using puny accessories as well. That's a lot of regen, boy. Let me tell you. It will be fun. Echo skill use. Skill charge. Yeah. 20%. Increase AP consumption 25%. It's not really that bad. If you just look at it just like this, then yes, it sounds really bad because it increases by 25%. It's a lot, you know. If your skill uses like 40 or like 50, let's just make it a simpler number. If it is 50, then it will be 12, increased by 12. So 50 plus 12, so 62, 63. Let's just say they'll most likely round it up number-wise, so it's going to be uses 63 AP for one skill. So that is a lot, but there is another trait, like this for example, that will just completely erase that problem. And you can put it on both accessories and Star Pearl. Voila! If anything, you will use less AP while also getting 20% more boost, more skill power. Big brain. Big brain. Two-shotting the mid to late boss who was more than 5 times harder than the previous boss made me recheck my difficulty settings. But the difficulty settings on Atelier games, the difference, the jump is pretty crazy. Ever since, and even in Sophie also, it's like going for the very hard difficulty all the way to Nightmare. Just immediately jump to Nightmare. Even on Ryza too, it's like killing Puni becomes like, oh my god, why is this thing not dead yet? So yeah, I'm guessing there will be a attack all stats supercharged. That's also going to be like the go-to for weapon, armor, accessory, Star Pearl. Okay, so in that case, I don't know actually. Hold on. All parameters that equipped by 10%. Yeah, okay, so for weapon, since you could theoretically use skill charge and then add skill power also on top of that. Yeah, the weapon would be... I'm not sure. But you do also need to have this trait for like flat stats increase. You do also need it. Or you can just go all in. With this. Like 20 plus 15, so that's 35%. Plus 12. I don't know if it is stackable on this one though. I know some good like this should work. Because this comes from skill power 10, 12. Yeah, I think this should stackable. So, yeah. I break them with weaknesses. Build was not effective in that fight, but the crits, the funny crits, you know, put a lower accurate gun, I guess. Yeah, so I need to think about like weapon. I think weapon is a bit in the air, but we'll see how that goes. But most of the other things is perfectly round. Is obviously going to be my armor and Star Pearl, and then this like all stats supercharge for every single one of them, minus weapon maybe. But armor, accessory, Star Pearl is obviously and absolutely need this. So armor and star pearl is perfectly rounded and all starts charge, and is still looking for one more. Or I guess could go with attack defense. Or just like one of these. Yeah, like all stats supercharge. It should exist. I think it should exist. There's no way it's not exists. And then just either attack defense boost, perfectly rounded, attack speed boost, and then star pearl also. Star pearl can, yeah, star pearls, there are plenty of things that can be put in there. Boost the item power and recovery by 100% when performing item mix. Sheesh. Yeah, this one is nice, some extra damage, but I don't think it's a good idea if you use this. If you have to sacrifice skill power or crit damage or something like that for extra 25 power. I don't know how much that is. It's probably only like 100 or so. Maybe less than that. Stun damage is also not a bad idea too. So that you can easily break the enemy. Ruthless Strike. This is also really is a decent. But this is mainly for item. Yeah, this is all the classics one. Yup. So we still need a lot of stuff. Need a lot of more traits, a lot more materials to explore. And yeah, now that we just tested this and we figured it out how it actually works, somehow I forget that the game is all about linking colors and stuff. It took me a while to realize that. I was like, oh wait, yes, I forgot. Everything in this game is connected. Haha, see what I did there? Everything in this game is it's all about connecting colors and everything, so yeah. But I'm happy about this. So I want to try, because we now have plenty of extra drop rate. Like boost drops on defeat on weapon here, boost drop on defeat on the accessories, and my Star Pearl 2 has extra drop rate. And then from the invest, we get 50% there. And then this is also like multiple character too, so I'm guessing that should also stack. Oh, I have not I haven't done the armor, so let's do the armor. Defense speed charge, attack speed charge. I don't know why this does not combine. Or is it attack defense and attack speed? Anyway, still protection. This is like defense 20. There it is. So attack defense speed, attack speed. I don't know, man. Yeah, I can just Yeah, use any random one. I don't need to add more traits here. Just get the highest level for the stats. Attack, defend, all stats charge, boost drop on the feet. Voila. Yeah, this gives me more defense. Let's go with that. Okay. Two, one. Okay, that's fairly decent, I would say. It's not the best, obviously. If I want to make the best, then I have to recraft it from tier 1 and then use the appropriate material to add extra stats. So, but this will do for now. Shouldn't give us any issue. Pretty nice. Okay, all the stats are looking mighty juicy. So let me save again, and then I want to try to fight something to see how much material I get. So I guess we can go with... Let's try with this one. On the main boss, because this should be easier to keep track how many things I got. You know, nice. $48. Okay, how many material we got from this enemy? 4. Let's try again. Because now there are 2 enemies. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, boost item drop rate at the end of battle by 10%. Is it the amount or is it the rare drop can be a lot easier to drop? I don't quite understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Almost. Yeah, I still have no clue how the boost drops on defeat works here. The only thing that this game still hasn't clear with the traits. It's literally the traits. Like, what does this mean? The drop rate. I'm guessing is the amount, but then if it is not really the amount, then because if we combine all of the sources of all the drop rate that I have, it should be a lot, because 50% from the invest, and then like all of this, every single one of us, every single of the characters, like 5 of them have 13% increased drop rate, alongside with on like the equipment here, you know, push drop rate, and all of them also have a variety of amount of push drop rate on their equipment. So I don't know. I'm not sure how it works, but for now, I will just stay with this drop rate, because, well, we do need more materials anyway. We need to slowly get rid of the low level materials somehow, and then we change it with the higher tier materials. But yeah, I'm still no clue. It is also not sure about the I'm not sure what kind of effect for the later end game Star Pearl will have, because currently we only have like a drop rate. The one that I have currently, the one that I'm really kind of interested in using it, is actually the AP one, not you. Traits, no effects. Like power boost, stat boost, stun boost, like this is most likely I will not use. It's still useful, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use this ever, really. It is good, don't get me wrong, it's obviously really good. Because the battle system in this game is basically Sophie 2, where switching character in and out as often as possible is kind of like intended. So having equipped by some of this, you'll constantly able to proc them regardless. So it still gives you a lot of benefit. So I don't know. Maybe I will use it, maybe no, because for now I don't really see I'm using it. Maybe later on I will change my mind, you know, who knows? Because boost all stats by 2% sounds like it's not a lot, but it is quite a lot. But also this one, skill power, again, we talk about skill power and traits and yada yada for like an hour, really, talking about that, with how I kind of hype not really hype, but like, you know, value skill power above all else, this is probably a no-brainer to use. Not to mention, look at the trait. It also has skill power by 10% too on top of that. So if I really want to like get as much damage as possible, then obviously skill power here is the way to go. But having this is also kind of nice too, to help out with AP, so that I can keep using skill instead of normal attack, because obviously normal attack is not going to deal a lot of damage, but normal attack usually only be used to set up your timeline, your turn. And in this game, it also increases your AP, generate your AP. So the less I need to normal attack, the better, because then we can deal a lot of damage. But that's why I kind of like looking at this. I was like, okay, this looks really nice, especially if you combine it with AP reduction. Oh, oh, you know, yeah, there's most likely you won't be even having an issue with AP. So every single turn you just spam your skill. And the stun damage is also, again, it's really valuable. So yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Maybe the drop rate is not really that useful. But I don't know. Again, there's a lot of... Every single Atelier that I played, there are plenty of things that I still unclear about on how it actually works. But yeah, we'll just go with this for now. We'll see if we have any trouble or not. Most likely not, but who knows. But anyway, I think that's about it. There's not much else we can do today. We finished all the tasks, all the grind, all the craft and stuff pretty quick, thankfully. And yeah, so tomorrow we should be able to start continuing the story, which is unlocking a new gathering areas, and then the normal and also hard difficulty as well. And we also need to start gathering some more things inside there, more materials and whatnot. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, for this one is I don't even need to be thinking too much what's going to happen on this one. With the power of alchemy, it make whole. So is the purple is going to be the last one, I'm assuming. Like this one is going to be the last one. After that is going... After we finish this, then another story will unlock the green one here, and then this is the last one. That's what I'm guessing, but again, who knows? So yeah, let me just save one last time just to make sure, even though we just saved. But yeah, anywho, I think that's about it for now. It is done, all the grinding. But then again, tomorrow we will grind again by collecting, gathering, and then fighting enemies and stuff like that. Some more inside there. So we'll see how that goes. And also another thing, I kind of like we're talking about like the outside of the game, talking about the stream and stuff like that. I'm considering not editing the VOD because it, I mean, granted, it's only taking, it doesn't. I don't do a lot of fancy edits, so it's literally just cut down the uninteresting bits and then just including the story related stuff or any like, you know, jokes that I do or like interesting commentary. That's usually how the condensed version of the VOD from the live stream are. But I kind of considering not doing it because, man, the time required to do those in a day is pretty tight, I must say. Because I kind of have to rewatch it in a way, even though I can kind of like, I usually kind of skim through, so just move the timeline fast, a bit faster, just drag, and then see if this one is interesting, I just cut it in and include it, and then this one is like me just walking around or just not really doing anything, just cut it, delete, trim it, move on. So, but it still take, if the VOD is 2 hours, 3 hours long, then I will most likely spend at least 1 or 2 hours just to kind of skim through it. Maybe I need a better way to do this. Grind you later and good night. Good night for you too, Exile. Thank you so much for dropping by. I worked on a video like twice in my life and I don't want to spend hours doing that. Exactly. Like, if my VOD or like my condensed version of the video is like heavily edited, then I could just like not do that, and that will saves me a lot of time already. But the problem is, even if I don't do that, I still spend a good chunk of my time finding those. Add to that the fact I do not like to hear my own voice. I mean, I get that. When I first start doing this, it's like same thing. I was like, oh my goodness. It's rough. But yeah, after a while, you kind of like just get used to it. And yeah, what was I saying again? Yeah, so I'm kind of like considering not doing the VOD condense anymore, because the time required to do again, because there absolutely, there should be a way, or like that, not there should be, there is a way to make it easier and faster for doing that, is by making a note on like, at this time on the stream, like say right now is 2 hours 32 minutes 50 seconds, there is a joke I said and it's funny, I want to include that. I just write it down somewhere, and then by the time I need to process the VOD, I just look at the note and then just go into those timeline and boom boom boom, done, right? I could just do that. But the thing is, sometimes I kind of like, oh wait, this one is not as good as I thought it would be, so I'm not gonna include this. And then there are certain parts that I find doesn't really interesting, but it kind of is interesting, so it's like, okay. You know, let me just put it. So that's why I ended up kind of have to go through the whole VOD again, because I don't edit my video like right now, because after this I just go to sleep. I usually do it tomorrow, the day after. So the day after, usually, you know, we already have a good sleep, and then the way we remember our stream yesterday is different already. So like, okay, seeing all this VOD again, like watching the VOD through a viewer's perspective is a different experience altogether. Like I kind of sometimes find it kind of interesting how that works, because on stream like this, you know, when things happen, I find like, okay, this is really interesting. But then when the editing part came, and then I look into that specific moment where I find it is really interesting. I saw that, I was like, not really. Maybe I just need to cut this out. I don't think this is funny enough. You know what I mean? Or like it's interesting enough. It is kind of funny how that works, but yeah. I did hear a streamer being asked about it once. Apparently, whenever they do something interesting or say something funny, he drops a pin on the time to look around it later. It should be a feature. It is, but I never really use it, so that's why I might need to start doing that to get my life easier for like editing the thoughts, or like shorten the time required for me to edit it down. Since, like I said, I could just use that. I could just do that, right? And it's probably the smartest way to do it. Also, if you want to do both stream and also making it into a condensed version. But the thing is, like I already mentioned, is that sometimes that good bit that I thought it was interesting when I edit it down later is when I go to that moment, it's like, yeah, never mind. So I kind of ended up watching, in quotation, watching the whole entire VOD to just see, okay, this should go, we should include this, and things like that. Whew. But yeah, I'm still kind of considering it, to be honest. Because I'm not sure if I can like keep up with it. That's the whole thing. Like even now I feel like when we do have only stream like this where there's nothing happening on stream, which I don't really need to include it into, make it into a video series, right? When this happened, I feel like a burden just get lifted. So like the moment I woke up tomorrow, it's like, I don't need to edit a video. Man, feels good. That feels good. I do admit, like lately I do feel that way whenever I need to edit a video of a VOD. So like whenever we have this type of stream where I don't need to edit anything, it's like, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's like already an alarm for me. Like, okay, yeah, if I keep going with this, I don't know if I'm able to keep up. Especially now that I'm trying to, at the very least, try to be consistent on stream. Even if it is only like an hour stream. I'm trying to be consistent throughout the year. And we'll see how it goes. So even now, like in the middle of January, only like not even a month in, I already felt like, okay, yeah, this is a bit much to juggle all of this, you know. Even though it is an easy thing to do, like I don't really do any like fancy edits, like, you know, zoom in, zoom out, adding subtitles, adding some effects and this and that. It's literally just a thought, cut out all the dead part where there's nothing interesting happening, and that's it. Render it, upload, done. But yeah, I did try to time it. Not really time it, but like just kind of like see, okay, the VOD is 2 hours, and then I start from here, and then let's see when I finish this. And usually it takes around 1 to 2 hours or so. Even with me being like, you know, making it fast forward, and like just move forward quick with the timeline slide. It still took a while, you know. If it is only taking like 30 minutes, maybe even less, then yeah, like that should be okay. But the fact that it took me that much, because I need to look into some of the moments that I find that it's not interesting, but it actually is interesting or adds something into the video. Like, you know, whenever I stream, I tend to kind of like talk about this and that, and then also like making a reference to other titles and yada yada. So those are kind of usually I kind of include it into the video, because it also kind of like adds something for people that never really experienced other titles before. Or maybe sometimes I know something but I vaguely know, so I kind of still include it, so like people can educate me or help me fix the misunderstand, or like something that I just completely wrong about something. So yeah, I ended up have to like look into the font again because of it. So yeah, I don't know, I'm still kind of considering it, but most likely I'm probably going to stop doing it, because man, it's a lot to juggle. It's a lot to juggle with stream as well. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's basically what I have in mind for like the streaming and content creation currently, which a lot of other streamers and content creators also facing at some point in their career. Nothing new really, but now I kinda need to be wise with it, with myself at least, making a better decision, because it's already like a yellow light right now. Like, ooh, well, like the moment this feeling of I don't need to edit the font already makes me like feel like I'm free. That's when it's like, okay, yeah, maybe I need to rethink this. Maybe I need to rethink this. So yeah, I don't know. Because I do want it too, because in case, you know, some people can't really tune into the stream, that's fine, you know, that's just how it is. Maybe maybe they're just not really interested in watching a long same person stream, and so that's why I add the condensed version, to just, if you just wanna watch the playthroughs of a game, then there you go, you know, it's right there. I try my best to like not cut out all of the story. I don't think I ever did. If there's a story, I usually just put it there, even if I'm not saying anything, which is bad. But yeah. That's what I've been kind of thinking about lately. I was not gonna lie, it does feel like, at least like this past couple of days, I do feel like I've been chased by time for some reason. It's like, okay, after this I need to do this. Okay, this done. Okay, I need to start doing this. Okay, this done also. Oh man, it's not quite done yet, but I do need to do these other things now. Okay, I need to postpone this, and then so this past couple of days has been felt that way for some reason. So it's like, okay, if this keeps happening, I need to do something. I need to change something, which the only thing that I can change right now is the editing the font. So I have to kind of sacrifice that. I have to sacrifice the YouTube watcher that cannot really make it to the stream. Or else I'm just gonna burn myself out, which we don't want that. We never want that, you know? So, at least if I don't do that, I can just focus on the stream. And just, when I have some free time, I can just kind of fully relax instead of just thinking, I need to edit the video. Or like, when I have a free time or relaxing, I do it as I also edit the VOD too, so it's like, yeah, I don't really have a lot of breathing room if this is the case. It does not help that you are one person going through a daily stream recording. Exactly, so that's also kind of the difficult part. Because juggling everything by myself is pretty... After a while, it gets too much. Especially I'm doing dailies, right? If I do like once a week, then yeah, it's not a problem, you know? If I stream and make a video at the same time once a week, done. If that's the case, I'm not going to even talk about this on stream right now. You know? It's like, no problem at all. But since I'm trying to be consistent in daily stream, so yeah, it's there are certain things that I need to stop, otherwise it's not gonna end well. So I don't know, it also kind of feels bad to me that since I just started, not really just started, since the video right now is like episode 8, I guess. So if it is immediately randomly stopped, it feels kind of bad, you know. But what can I say? What can I do? You know, sometimes you do need to take a little step back for moving forward. And the one step back that I'm going to do, most likely going to do, is to stop the editing, the VOD, and just focus on the stream. And when I have a free time, I just completely rest up, relax, not thinking about doing extra stuff. So it's like actually resting, you know. So yeah, it's really weird. So if you ever have that feeling of like, man, I just can't seem to settle down for a breath or two, that's where you kind of need to look into your daily activities and start thinking like, okay, what can I remove from this? It sucks that if there is no activities that you can remove from your daily routine, because you know some people do have that, where they're just super busy and all of them are important and they can't really remove it from the equation, like me, for example. For me, I at least I still have the luxury of this. Okay, just remove the editing part and it should be good. But yeah, it feels weird for feeling that way, where the moment I wake up in the morning, it's just like immediately, oh, okay, I need to do this. Okay, let's do that. After that's done, okay, I need to do this. Immediately do that. That's done. Okay, usually this is the time I take a breath, like just relax for a bit, and then we do some other things. But now it's like, okay, I still need to do this. Okay, let's just do that. But then after I finish that, or maybe I haven't even finished that, I need to start doing other things again. It's like, okay, you know. But that's just life, you know. It's like, how well can you manage your time? It's time management simulator. But yeah, we'll see. For now, most likely I will kinda leaning towards, mostly right now I'm leaning towards stopping. But yeah, I just feel kind of bad that I have to stop the condensed video of playthroughs that we did quite a bit, because eight episode, and each episode is like 1 hour long too. So it's filled with plenty of good stuff, story wise. But at least the good thing is that it's the VOD is stored online on YouTube and on Twitch. So if in case I want to edit them later on, I can just get it. I can just grab it, you know. So no big deal. No big deal. Quality wise, it's not the best looking, obviously, but that's I don't really have a storage for like having an archive of my recording. I don't know if I'm ever going to get one, like a NAS. So like this literally just to store all my archive recording. But if I can do stream and record at the same time, the condensed version will look much cleaner, because well, I do record locally, so not really using the stream setting. But oh well. That's just, you know, we do what we can do, you know. We work with what we have. We work what we've been given, you know. This is the tools I got. Okay, we'll just make do, you know. So, especially nowadays that, you know, with the price of PC parts is getting ridiculous. Even more ridiculous. Like when you thought a couple years ago the price for PC part has been ridiculous, oh boy. This year has been ridiculous. This is insanely ridiculous, but yeah, that's just how it is. But yeah, I'll think about it some more. I'll think about it some more if I want to do it or not. But yeah, since most likely the outcome is probably going to be no, I will stop. But we'll see, because in one hand I do kind of want to keep going, but if I have to force myself, then it might not be a good idea too. So yeah, like currently I don't really feel forced to do it, but I just felt like I'm being chased by time, and that is haven't really have any time to finally kind of like just sit and exist, you know, not doing things all the time. I know that sounds like I'm pretty, what do you call it, what's the word for this? I don't know. I cannot think of a thing. I cannot think the word. Well, yeah, I'm just sharing. Anywho, I think that's about it. I'm gonna call it a day for now. Thank you for listening to my ramble. We'll be back again tomorrow, so we will continue the story some more. Finally, about dang time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's man, time really flies, huh? We've been playing the game for 3 weeks now. Phew. Man. But again, also it's like, it's only like, we don't really play for as long as before, that's for sure. We only play like 1 to 3 hours now. We'll see if we can add more. We can fix that. You know, we can add more couple hours so that we can get more stuff done. But again, no forcing, you know, no forcing. If I feel like doing it, I'll do it. But if I cannot, then I'm not gonna force it. Well, yeah, well, you do need the rest. Don't let your streams and videos become a mental job. Exactly. You are like right on the money there. Thank you. Because the moment things that you find fun becomes, like you said, a mental job, then yeah, it's rough, because that's the things that you do find fun is where you take a break from your daily routine, essentially. But if it has become a mental job, then yeah, it's like you're basically at that point, you're just on the go always. So that's what I felt, because there's my brain just kept thinking of things. There's no slowing down, basically. So sometimes you do need to just kind of like decompress and just slow down in a day after your daily activities. Just slow down, don't think about anything really, just enjoy what you enjoy, or maybe reading a book, going out, walk around, doing jogging, workout, playing some other games, you know, or just hang out with friends, eating some good food, and things along those lines, to kind of like reset your mental. Yeah, now that I think about it, that's probably why. Yeah, that's spot on. Because I just kept thinking, what's next, instead of like, what's next? This done, great. Now settle down. You know, instead of thinking that, it's just like, what's next? Okay, this, and then what's next? So yeah, we'll see. But anywho, I think that's about it for the day. Before I keep rambling on other things, it's already pretty late as well. I need some sleep, some good sleep. You know, I'm sure you know. The weather has been quite nice too, so you know, gotta enjoy this. We'll be back again tomorrow with some more Resleriana action, continuing the story with some more grinding, because again, we unlock dimensional path, and you know what that means. More gathering, more fighting, more this and that. So yeah, it's gonna be great. So also I kinda think if I can start a bit earlier, because this past couple days we start really late. So yeah. we'll see. Just keep an eye on the channel, on the announcement post that I usually post to announce that I'm live and stuff like that, or just enable the notification bell as well, so that whenever I go live, y'all get notified. So yeah, Anyway, I think that's all for now for me. Thank you everyone who showed up on the stream today. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Hope that you all enjoyed the stream today. Not much happening, not much going on really in the game. We ended up doing a lot of talking instead of playing. Well, the playing part is already done because that's the goal of today is to finish all the grinding session, which is done already. So. And I don't want to call it a day immediately too, so that's why we ended up with the just chatting session. But yeah, I mean it's fine, you know. Sometimes just chatting is fine, you know. So just chatting is fun. So yeah, we'll see. So maybe if I do decide not continuing with the FOD, I will be able to have more strength and more energy to stream a bit longer like before, or at least start early. At least start early, so that at least we can get a decent hours on the stream. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, and then that's it for me for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having fun together with me. Spread love, super fun, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. See ya.